you look at where we're going to go is telepresence to the home. And this is where we will take the concepts from what is today an 18-station product that we announced just a couple months ago, all the way down to the small business telepresence capability, and then we will, over the next 12 months, take it all the way into the home. And this speaks to the whole concept of any device over any network to any content. And so you could appear by telepresence and watch that in terms of your business. Over time, you could use telepresence together with others to watch a sporting event and clearly remind your brother-in-law that he's rooting for the wrong team. But it also will require bandwidth. And I think what you're seeing is the ability to bring that through architectures like, candidly, AT&T, Verizon, and the cable companies will bring to market on it. So I think you'll always be pushing the edge on bandwidth. I personally believe in bandwidth being much wider than people define broadband today.
My personal view is if you look at the average consumer, many consumers might spend a huge amount of their discretionary spending on electronics in the home. So my personal view is that $10,000 would be a very reasonable price point. I think we're going to come in well below that. So it really depends on, do you want a standalone telepresence unit so also doubles as your TV with a lot of functionality on it? Or do you want to use a high-definition set-top box with a networking type capability? And you can see where we're going to go in the home market. Not individual devices, but a home connectivity environment that will also follow you as you move. If it's just to let me chat with my family, then you'll have a lot of early adopters type use it. If all of a sudden you begin to use it for your business, like I will use it for, especially when the majority of my customers are now outside my time zone that I work in, it becomes very key. And it also depends when you really begin to tie in sports and entertainment. So our floor goal is to literally bring the sporting event that you experience in a sporting stadium into the home. So when we talk about wiring the various baseball stadiums or the various football stadiums, starting first in the U.S., then expanding around the world, we're talking about not just how do you watch the game from 20 or 30 different angles, how do you upgrade your tickets when you go in the door automatically. If you're running a little bit late, you're able to watch the actual broadcast going on inside. You can personalize it in terms of your services. You can put your favorite clip you just saw, do your replay, shoot to your friend who's rooting for the wrong team, either in the stadium, halfway around the world. You begin to bring this to the home. You can begin to see why service providers are viewing Cisco not as just a plumbing technology partner, but a business partner in generating revenue. We're very careful on how the channels sell telepresence, and very careful that the rooms are set up right, the cameras are set up right, because remember, video conferencing was a failure. Most video conference rooms had less than 5% utilization. In fact, a lot of them had 2 to 1% utilization. Too difficult to use, quality is poor, it's video conferencing, it isn't unified communications, it isn't messaging, it doesn't combine IP telephony, and the hardest part about IP is actually voice and keeping the quality that goes with it. Having said that, I think that you will see a combination of distribution points, partners like AT&T, and that announcement for AT&T was major. Understand they are really doing in the U.S. exactly what they did with iPhone. That's how Randall Stevenson, their CEO, would word it. He said, if you think what we did with iPhone was exciting for the consumer, watch what we're doing with Cisco with telepresence for the business. But over time, it will come to the home. And for those of you in Europe, you know we have a similar relationship with BT in Europe, which is expanding very rapidly. But it really speaks to a paradigm change. It's not a cool technology. It's not video conferencing. It literally is the future of virtualization and how that will apply first to business and then over time to the home.